I'm Sophie. I'm Maya. I'm Vicky. I'm Siri. I'm Sarah. On 1793, 14-year-old Mary Cook is ambitious, adventurous, and sexy that avoided children. She was extremely clever into the finest business in Philadelphia, Chicago, and thanks to America. But the water's not the place was report of disease, fever spreads from the docks and creeps towards Maddie's home, threatening everything she holds dear. As the cemetery stole fever victims, fear turned to panic and thousands flee the city. The strategy to break the courthouse and Maddie and Sharon did not living in bed there. Suddenly, the struggle to build a forever life must go away something. Fever, 1793.
Hi, I'm Maya, and our group is reading Fever 1793, and I researched what was happening during 1793. So our president was George Washington. Also, it was the first year someone rode in hot gas balloons, like the hot air balloons. 5,000 people died from the yellow fever, which is kind of what our book is about. They had the first daily paper. The Northwest Indian War was going on from 1785 to 1795, and the Constitution of Vermont was adopted.
I'm Nikki, and I'm reading the book Fever 1793, and I researched on how you would get yellow fever. And so yellow fever is caused from mosquitoes, and this type of mosquito is not in America currently, mostly in Africa. Mosquitoes travel around sucking blood from one person to another. So if one person has yellow fever and the mosquito sucks its blood and it travels around to another person's blood, and the other person gets yellow fever. That's basically
Reading Yellow Fever 1793, and the symptoms once you get it are fever, headache, dizziness, red eyes, face and tongue, loss of appetite, nausea or vomiting, muscle aches particularly in your back and knees, sensitivity to light, and from here on is the toxic phase where it can get deadly. So when you enter the toxic phase, you can start to get yellow skin, and where the whites of your eyes are, you can also get yellow eyes, bleeding from your nose, mouth, and eyes, bradycardia, liver and kidney failure, and lastly, decreased urination.
My name is Catherine, and we're reading the book Fever 1793. The mosquito got to America with the slave trade, and today around 200,000 cases every year and 30,000 deaths. 90% of the cases occur in Africa.
In the book Fever 1793, it has yellow fever, and yellow fever is a acute viral disease. It's mostly caused or spread from mosquito to mosquito in big cities, and this disease mostly went around in the 18th century and the 19th century. The first major American yellow fever epidemic was in Philadelphia in 1793, which is where the book Fever takes place.
Hi. So I think Matilda would be a good worker at Caribou Coffee because if she's still alive, because back in 1793 she was working at the coffee shop that her and her mother owned. She was a very good worker. She would fill the cups of coffee that needed to be filled. Eliza and her made yummy soup while keeping the coffee house running. If she could work at the coffee house at the age of 14, I bet that she could work at Caribou Coffee when she gets older, or still at the age of 14. Matilda could also own the coffee shop, because that's what she was doing in 1793 with her coffee house.
I think the perfect job for Matilda would be an interior designer because she's smart and creative. In an interior design, you have to use the right patterns and measurements in the right style for a room.
Alternate ending, and this is it. When we got back to the coffee house from watching the president,
There was a quick knock at the door. "I'll get it," I said. A man stood at the door. "I was told to inform you that Lucille Cook is dead." I was shocked. I ran upstairs with Eliza close behind. I sat on the bed as the tears came. Eliza tried to comfort me, but the dreadful weeks still were coming. She's gone too, another victim, even after the frost came. I would need to sell the coffee house. Well, not if Eliza and I had been doing it so far. We could continue, could we, with Mother gone?
I wrote an epilogue, and so here's my epilogue. Here I am at a new coffee shop, and by the way, this is from Matilda's perspective. Looking at the window with a breeze stinging my cheeks. With Mom gone, everything is hard to bear on my shoulders. But Nathaniel by my side, I feel like nothing can go wrong. Opening a new coffee shop brings so many memories, feeling like it was just yesterday that all of this happened. But I still know that all of my family are still watching me.
Beautiful Nikki. Matilda, the main character, lived in Philadelphia. While yellow fever was going around, her mommy went away and Grandpa didn't stay, but she took care of herself while being caring and kind.
Besides the ending, I would make it so that Matilda's mom died and Matilda owned the coffee house by herself and Grandpa didn't die. And Matilda and Nathaniel get married and like they can legally adopt now. And Eliza gets a house right down the street, so they stay super close, but they still work together. Grandfather is able to pay for Matilda and help her in life. Matilda has a huge family and they all live happily.
We recommend this book to people who like crying, sad, and suspense. Word! This book is historical fiction.